I'm Alan. Welcome to my video that is trip technology trip 2 tech for 90. The video has four sections, that is section number 1, supervisory control and data acquisition, that is SCADA. The section number 2 is industrial internet of things, that is IIoT. Section number 3 is engine block, and the last part is the types of engines. SCADA, we can start by looking the SCADA. SCADA is stand for supervisory control and data acquisition. SCADA is used mostly in industrial to control the system used in energy industries to organize multiple technologies, which allows gathering and monitoring data concurrency and sending data to the transmission point of this data. SCADA is of great importance since it can control the system that are located up several miles apart. Also, SCADA system uses human machine interface software that permits its users and operators to have control over the devices. Supervisory is actual seeing and monitoring of the system, while the control is the real operation, which normally involve the sending and receiving of the commands that are used to control the whole system. Sorry. SCADA also plays a crucial role in data collection, which are used to control the monitor of the power, which includes measurements of the voltages, frequencies, currents, etc. Introduction or indication of the switches, that is on and off, and the last one is alarm for the system operations. We can move to video number 2, that is the industrial internet of things, that is IIoT. This is the industrial framework where large numbers of machines are connected through the use of software tools, where data collection are crucial process in any computing process. The collected data needed to change into information and put together to a computer language. The data is normally stored in a cloud and anomaly through networks into IIoT systems. In manufacturing, every second data monitoring is always an issue, hence precise data is very important in the age of computing. Age of computing has three characteristics that help it to be effective. These are the three characteristics of the edge computing. One, filtering and changing data into information phase, which collects and deletes the unnecessary data. The second one is timely reaction. The characteristic number 3 is the system resilience. Okay, from then we can move to part number 3, that is the engine block. As we know that the engine block is also known as a cylinder blocks. It is a large casing of an internal combustion engine that contains a cylinder and its internal components, intake and exhaust passages, coolant passages, crankcase, and other internal components are found in the cylinder. There are several types of engine blocks that are made of several materials such as aluminum, cast iron, steel, and many others. Their engine block has three parts. It has three parts. Part number one, it has ports opening for the valves. Part number two, it provides jackets for the heat dissipation by flow of cooling water. Part number three is the cylinder in which the piston slides up and down during the combustion. And we can see the function of the engine blocks. The engine blocks has several functions, but I will name around three. It has, or one, it consists of lubrication mechanism components like oil pumps that facilitate the oiling of the moving parts of the engine. It also helps in cooling the circuits, that is through the ports and the openings parts. And then the last function support the other main components of the automobile engine, auxiliary devices. We have, let us see the types of engine blocks. We have here around three. We have one V engine cylinder, two inline engine cylinder, and the last one is opposed engine cylinder. We can turn to our last part of this video, that is the last section of this video, that is types of engine. Engine is a machine designed to convert one form of energy into a mechanical energy. Heat engines, like internal combustion engines, burns their fuel inside the engine cylinders, while the external combustion engines are those heat engines that burns the fuel outside the engine cylinder. Majorly, these one are the steam engines. We can see the types of engines down here. There are several types of engine, but I'll just name three of them, that is petrol engine, diesel engine, and gas engine. I'll just narrow my notes down to only two, that is petrol engine and diesel engine. We can see the petrol, start by seeing the petrol engine. A petrol engine is an engine that uses petrol for it to run. The mixture of air and petrol are sucked into the cylinder during the suction stroke of the piston, then compress and ignite during the power stroke to produce a torque to push the piston down the cylinder. We can see the diesel engine. These are the engines uses diesel oil for its to run. Diesel oil is light, low viscous, and have high number of curtain. Diesel engine or the diesel fuel is injected by the injector at the end of the compression stroke, which ignites and burns, expanding and producing the torque to push the piston downwards. That's the end of our video. Thank you for watching.